So today I'm doing the most asked questions that people have asked me in about a year. A lot of people have been asking me this same question on Instagram, on Facebook, on everywhere. Just they want to find out how I moved to Dubai. Okay. But before I start, guys, I'm not a certified agent. I'm just talking from personal experience. Please, I beg you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm talking about the most anticipated and the most asked question of 2019. And yeah, before I continue, if you haven't subscribed, go down and subscribe. Like, comment, help your girl. I just started YouTube, so it's kind of like shocking me, and I just want you guys to subscribe and like, because you know I like to talk, and I hope you like to listen to me talk. Okay. Without too much yappa, let me go straight to the point. So in 2018, this is not a dance video, this is not a makeup, this is not a hair makeup, this is if you're planning to travel to Dubai, listen to this video. I'm going to give you the important tips. I'm not going to tell you about things that are not important, like maybe other irrelevant stuff. I'm going to tell you the important things to do or to expect when you're coming to Dubai. Okay, so in 2018, I started a business and it was doing fine. You know, when you're thinking about your business, you're planning your business in your head, the goals you set for your business is like this huge. But I realized something in Nigeria: if you don't have a large crowd, if you don't have a large following, if you don't know a lot of people, it's a Nigerian thing. It's not like it's a bad thing, but people prefer to patronize those with a lot of followers than to patronize those that are like just starting and everything. So I started fashion and makeup, and it was doing great. I had like some loyal customers, some referrals and everything, but it wasn't as much as I expected it to be. And the thing with business is that if you are doing your business and that's how you're surviving and that's how you're doing everything you're doing, like it's for your business, it's your house, it's your earning, it's your only earning, it takes a long while to grow. It will grow, but it takes a long while to grow. And if you're someone that's impatient, you'll be unable to wait for it to grow. It takes a lot of patience and stamina. So I was like, in 2018 ending, I was like, I want to travel to Dubai. I was like, I just want to go for like 2 weeks. Let's be that you are doing business, and let's not be only Africa that you have traveled somewhere else, experience something more, you know? And I was like, okay, Dubai is like the easiest place to go to in this world. Like, apart from like some African countries, Dubai is like one of the easiest places to go. I'm like, their visa stuff doesn't really take doesn't give stress. Visa comes out like in 48 hours or 72 hours. It depends on how lucky you are. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'll just go for 2 weeks. Then my cousin came to me and was like, why don't you go for like 3 months and look for a job? I'm sure you'll find a job. Should not be that hard. So I did research. I asked some, I remember that like an old schoolmate went to Dubai immediately after college, and I messaged him and he was like, yeah, he got a job but he's back in Nigeria. And I was like, why? He said, that I should go, that everybody's different, but that he wanted to come back to start something. I asked another female friend, she said the same thing. It was like everybody was like discouraging me, like, oh, it's not that easy to survive in Dubai. I'm like, okay, I've heard people are there, right? Let me just try. So I did my 3 months visa. At that time, 3 months visa was 1,800 dirhams. I'm giving you, I'm not, it can't be the same price now if you want to come now, but 3 months visa was 1,800 dirhams. And then you have to book a two-way ticket, like return and tow when you're going, when you're coming to Dubai. So and for now, I heard that there's gonna be like 6 months visa. So there's 3 months visit visa, 6 months visit visa. There's also 2 weeks, 1 month, and I think 3 weeks. I'm not so sure. And there's resident visa, and you can do from Nigeria if you want to do. All you have to do is contact like a serious tourist agent. I'm not a tourist agent. Okay, so I did my visa, booked my tickets. Fortunately for me, when I was coming, a friend of mine was coming at the same time, so he was gonna stay in a hotel, and I had little money. Like, I had just money to like pay for accommodation. I didn't know what to expect. They were already telling me that houses are expensive in Dubai, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I came with him. No, we came from different places. We just met in Dubai, and I was able to stay in this place. And that day, I went for an interview the next day. When I arrived in Dubai, I went for an interview the next day. Okay, before I even go for that, if you're coming to Dubai, photocopying is expensive, printing is expensive. Make sure you photocopy your CVs. Although, when you're applying for jobs, it's not like what I was informed. Most application is online now, but sometimes when you go for your interview, you will still drop CVs. So sometimes it's not good to not have your CVs like in hard copy. So even the CVs I did, they are still remaining till today in the room. So I did like a lot of CVs, and I came with them that I don't even need to photocopy maybe till next year. So I told you 2 things now. Then I came and I now saw that the housing is so expensive. If you're someone that likes to stay alone, you like to stay maybe with one person, then you need to come with your money. Dubai is expensive, but I love Dubai. Dubai is expensive, and to get a house, it's expensive unless you have a job, and then you can have your checks. Then you can pay with your checks. That way they deduct it from your account like subsequently. But if you want to pay like upfront, houses are expensive. So when I came, I didn't like to live with people. I've always stayed alone, but I got used to it because you cannot pay expensive money when you don't have a house. When you don't have a job, rather, you have to have a job. Even when you have a job, you have to set priorities, right? Because the jobs are like different levels of salaries. Okay. So then I started looking for a job. I looked for a job. My 3 months visa expired. Good thing about Dubai is you don't need to go home if your visa expired. You can do a visa change. So you do a visa change when you go to another Emirates and you come back with a new visa into Dubai. So I did another visa. Why? You will still pay. In Dubai, it's for the strong, because they don't want to know whether you're working or you're not working. You need to pay your rent. You need to pay your rent. So if you're coming, you need to be strong-willed that, this is what I have to do. I have to look for a job, because no landlord that beg go, they will chase you outside. So I've told you the third thing, one of the third important things, housing. So the fourth thing, if you like Nigerian food, you like kebab, you like all those things, you better carry it from Nigeria, because when you come first, do not calculate the money, because the more you calculate, the more your chance to be paying you. So you have to not calculate your money and just buy your things when you want to buy it, because if you keep calculating, high BP. And if you like food, me when they were telling me I should pack food in one box, and I didn't listen. I was like, how bad can it be? When I came, when you buy little thing like maybe Maggie or something, 2,000 naira or so, your chest will just be boom, 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 boom. So you have to carry ingredients too if you're coming. Carry your strong mind. It's not for the strong. It's not for the weak. But apart from that, when I came to Dubai, I was like, this place is fine. I'm not going home again. I will look for a job. I will try my best and look for a job. If you don't used to pray before, when you land, you become a prayer warrior. You will go by the sand and be praying. I must get a job. I must get a job. Anything you believe in, you'll be praying. Because your mates will be going to work. You that you don't have a work, you'll be at home and applying. And your application, then there was a day I applied for there was time I was applying for 50 jobs a day. 50 to 70 jobs a day. I would just stay. I had a time, 9 o'clock, 10 application, 12 o'clock, 10 application, 3 o'clock, I said 15 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 10 applications. Now I don't even apply as that anymore, but that's that. And the thing with Dubai, there's no permanent citizenship like the way there is in America or something, or in Canada. The way you can get your residence is either by application, getting a job. So even if you lose your job right now and they cancel their residence, you have to either change to a tourist visa while looking for another job, or you have to find another job before your grace days expires. Okay, so first let's talk about the most important thing. If you don't like living alone, get your money. The most important thing is to have your money. Now, when making your CV, don't put things that you cannot defend. When I say you cannot defend, in an example, don't go and put you're a physiotherapist, you cannot fix the hand. Don't go and put you're something you're not. You have to do something you can defend. It has to be something you have done or something you are aware of. Know your onions. Let it be something that you can say out and be outspoken. Sometimes it's annoying because English is our first language, and I believe that everyone should try their best to speak English. If other countries that English is not their first language can speak English, they have an edge because some of them can speak Spanish, some of them can speak Arabic, some of them can speak Swahili, but English is our first language, so I believe everybody should try to speak English. Try as much as possible to speak English so that when you come here, something about you will stand out. So let the things you applied, let the things you put for in your CV be something you can defend. Then the next thing is that before you come, if you want a good job, you need to legalize your certificate in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And you need to legalize that. You need to legalize that in where you schooled, I think. And then you can use your certificate to look for a job. Then when you come here, you need to still go to, I think, the Nigerian embassy here or something like that to legalize it. So when you do all that, you can use the certificate to look for a job. What else haven't I said? Good. I think it's easier for people with specialization like doctors, nurses to get jobs here because they have their own specialization, unlike people like us that in international relations, psychology, all those things. Most of us get to be front desk assistants, personal assistant, receptionist, call center, because that's a universal thing that we're practically trained from. And that's basically that. Now, I advise anyone that wants to come, if you do not have a skill will put you out. A skill will separate you among others. If you do not have a skill, you cannot make hair, cannot make nails, lashes, microblading, your spa therapist, massage therapist. You know, if you don't know how to do it, you can do it, you can learn it, and then come. You might get a job easier than those that just have their qualification, because it's easier for you to go to a salon and just apply for a job. It's easier for you to go, you're a chef, you're a baker. It's easier for you to go to hotels and apply to be a pastry chef, or you go to a bakery and apply to be a baker. That way you stand out. You're good at you're a mechanic. Good, do it well. You're an electrician, do it well. You're a construction person, know your onions. When you come here, you will stand out, because while others are looking for office job, when you're looking for that too, you can also look for that with your skill. That way, if you don't get for your qualification, you get for your skill. I always advise anybody coming to know that. Good. What else again? You know, a country where, like, a country that's a bad egg that everybody talks about, that they are bad, blah 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 blah. I don't think that applies to all Nigerians. I've been in Dubai and I've met a lot of Nigerians and they've been good. I just believe some people just go somewhere and spoil things for everyone, and then everybody's generalized like that we are bad, but we aren't. I've met really honest people. If you are good, you will meet good people that assist you. In fact, people assist a lot here because they know things are hard. So you see, like during Ramadan, they were assisting, giving food to people because of Corona. Everything is bad now. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their businesses are closed and nothing is moving right now. But it's still easier because there's things to look forward to, you know. Everybody's just hopeful. So if you intend to come as a Nigerian, I think your duty is to stand out and make sure you are good. You're a loyal person, you're truthful, you know, to uphold our dignity that is hanging by a thread, and not make it harder for the next people that will come, because people that have come before us probably made it harder for us now. So you that are coming, you need to try to not make it harder for the next that will come. That's why it's good to always be a diligent person. What again? Have you subscribed? Subscribe. I'm just talking. Subscribe. Dubai, nobody can house you. I'm sorry to tell you, nobody would house you. So if you're coming, come with your money for your accommodation. Come with your money for your feeding. Nobody will feed you. Nobody will house you. You might get lucky and you meet someone that will just do that for you. It doesn't mean you should be entitled or expect that in your mind, as I'm coming, this is what will happen. No. Do that. If you meet someone that assists you, good. Some jobs give company accommodation. If you get those ones, good. Okay? Yes. I've talked about food. I've talked about living. I've talked about everything basically. So remember, learn your skill well. Bring your CVs and let it be things you can defend rather. What again? Get your money when you're coming to sustain you for like 3 months. Remember that if you don't get a job in 3 months, you have to do a visa change. Be smart. It's not easy to do business here. You can't even do business here without a license, so it's illegal. So if anybody's telling you that you can't, Dubai, you have to follow the rules. 4, carry your food. If you're a foodie, carry your food. Apart from that, I love Dubai. I came and I don't want to go back now. I love Nigeria too, but I don't want to go back now because it's a land of opportunity. You know, they say Lagos is a land of opportunity. You that you come, your life might be better than those that have been here. You might just work somewhere and get a good job and be paid amazing salary than we that have been here for so long. So it's a land of opportunity where you can't say what would be tomorrow. Dubai, you can also get lost. You can also lose your priorities if you are not focused, because it's a land of enjoyment. It's a land of fun. It's beautiful. If you haven't been here, it is beautiful. Except when you go to like some other parties, but it is beautiful. It's like, you see like really high-rise buildings. You see like a lot of beaches, a lot of things. Then that's practically it. So now I have told you how I decided to move, why I moved, how things have been. I got a job, it was good. After so much struggle, I got another job, and yeah, life is good. You have to just keep trying, keep applying. When you come, you need to download the Indeed, you need to download the Dobezo, you need to download the LinkedIn. You need to be able to know that. Remember your emails, your password, and be applying every day. January this year, I applied maybe 500 jobs or 300. You'll be applying one day, one will click. So if everything I've said has made you scared and feel like you don't want to come to Dubai, if your mind is telling you to come, my darling, come. If your mind is telling you not to come, in the sense that if you have a good job at home, my darling, stay at home, because I don't know what you're looking for in the bush. The bed at hand is better than the one in the bush that you don't have. But if you don't have a job and you want to start out and you want to grow, come. Also, come prepared. That's what I just want to tell you. Come prepared. Anything can happen. You might be lucky and get, you might not be lucky, and you might still get in the end, but still, come. Okay. That's basically it. I thank you for listening to me explain to you all about Dubai. I told you I was going to tell you the important things. I'm not going to tell you how to enjoy your life, what to do with your life. That's your business. When you come, I'm only telling you how to make your life on track. When you get your job, then you can decide how you want to party, move about. That's your choice. I'm only telling you the right thing you need to do, how to grow, how to live here. Carry your food stuff, because if you carry your food stuff, hunger no go wire you. Carry your food stuff so that hunger will not wire you at that time. And that's all about that. Thank you guys for watching and listening to my story. If you have any other requests of what I should do, like maybe a day in my life in Dubai, or how to survive in Dubai, or how I survived like months in Dubai without a job, or you can ask me. I will tell you things that are legal. That's all. Give me a second. And that's all that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have you? If you haven't, do that now. Bye.